Hello once again. Welcome back to my channel. This is Jobren, yours truly. I will be presenting to you, by the way. It's all about emotional distancing. So what is emotional distancing? Let's check it out. So based on my research, emotional distancing, it is your inability. This is your incapability to connect yourself with other people, to connect your emotions with other people. For some people, being emotionally detached is okay. Why? Because it protects you from being anxious, for being stressed out, for being problematic. But there are also people who uses emotional distancing because they choose to. Because they experienced trauma before, they experienced hardship before. That's why they keep themselves distant from one another. Do you think this is good, or do you think this is bad? So let's talk about emotional distancing. Trying to keep yourself distant from other people. Why are you doing that? So emotional detachment, or trying to detach yourself from other people, to your family, friends, and other people, there is a positive effect. Why? Because you know how to set limits. You know what are your boundaries. You know your limitations. For example, if you have a boyfriend, you try to put limits. Okay, you are my boyfriend, but I would like to put limits to our relationship. You know that. How about the negative? The negative effect of being emotionally, too much emotional detachment can lead to being numbed. What do you mean by being numbed? Being what? Muted. Meaning, you are not expressive. You don't feel anything. You are so distant with us. You are not happy. You don't care if you hurt somebody. That is the negative effect of being emotionally detached. Too much emotional detachment can lead you to being numb to the feelings of other people. So if you feel that way, it's better to seek for a professional help, because it really helps you to cope up with your emotional instability. So what are the symptoms of emotional detachment? Emotional detachment is your incapability to connect yourself to other people. So do you know the symptoms? Let's check it out. People who experience emotional detachment, they tend to what? They are having difficulties maintaining personal relationships. They are having difficulties in loving someone. They are having difficulties in what? In expressing their emotion. And why they are doing that? Because when you talk about emotional detachment, you are scared of letting people come into your lives. You are scared of expressing your emotion. So those are the symptoms of people who are experiencing emotional detachment. They avoid people. They don't like dealing with other people. They don't like fiesta. They don't like activities. They want to be self-isolated. They want to be alone. They want things to keep it to themselves. They are not open to other people. So why they are doing that? Why they are doing that? What are the causes of emotional detachment? There are three causes. Voluntary. When you talk about voluntary, it is what? It is your choice. It is your choice that you will tend to detach yourself from these people, from this group, from this person. Because in your own opinion, that group is influencing you in the bad way. That's why you tend to detach yourself from them. You don't go with them because it is your choice. You chose not to be part of that group. It is voluntary. Take note, being emotionally detached is not negative. There is a positive and negative effect. Too much of everything is bad. Always remember that. Too much of everything is bad. How about the result of trauma, abuse? So when you experience an abusive relationship, possibly you will tend to detach yourself from the people because you are scared, because you are having difficulties trusting someone. That's why children who were physically or sexually abused when during childhood, possibly they are also detached to other people because they experience traumatic events in their lives. What do you mean by other conditions? Other conditions talks about possibly it is a result of your mental illness. You have a disorder, bipolar, post-traumatic stress disorder, depression. So that's it. That makes us emotionally detached from other people. So let's talk about couples. I am married, by the way. So there are couples who feel emotionally detached from one another. So what are the 5 causes? There are 5 causes. Why your partner is so cold about you, or your partner is not talking to you, or your partner is so distant to you. Is there something wrong with me? So let's talk about the 5 causes. The 5 causes are your partner just want to be alone. He just wants space. He just want to talk. He just want to do self-reflection, to talk to himself. Your partner is possibly distressed and having depression. So when we are distressed, take note that is negative stress. I already discussed that matter to you about the positive, the eustress, and the negative stress, the distress on my first video, the link in between stress and depression. So possibly your partner is just having problems. So that's why there is a shift of emotional response. Your partner is losing that loving feeling. Okay? And then possibly he is distant to you because you kept on we keep on blaming one another, criticizing one another. So when we feel that we are always criticized by our partner, we tend to detach ourselves to them. So what makes our partner emotionally unavailable? What makes them to become emotionally unavailable? Take note, they avoid the word relationship. If your partner do not want to engage into a deeper relationship, most intimate relationship possible, your partner is still undergoing the process of emotional instability. What else? They don't like make plans. If you do all the relationship work, possibly your partner is experiencing emotional instability. So let's try to look at this one. What is wrong with you? Is there something wrong with me? There are signs of an emotionally unavailable partner. What are those signs? They avoid labels. They just want fling fling or just having fun, but no labels. No boyfriend, girlfriend label. No commitment. They are scared of commitment. They don't communicate. They don't want conversation that is very, very serious. They want to talk about deeper conversation. You just want to hang out and have fun. They are unclear from what they really want from you. They don't have a fixed decision. And then, they seem to want perfection. They always want their lives to be perfect. But always remember this, that nobody is perfect. Only God is perfect, nothing else. We will experience a lot of rocky roads, a lot of instability as long as we are here. We are here living in this world. I think it's a normal part of life. It's a normal part of life. But have you questioned yourself, could I be the emotionally unavailable one? Is it you? Okay, possibly if it is me, if I don't trust you instantly. If it's really hard for me to trust you. What else? I don't like commitments. I hate commitments. If I commit to something and then if it's if if this is the day that I commit myself to you, I would like to back out. Possibly I am emotionally unavailable. I don't let other people to come into my life. You worry, I keep on worrying about our losing myself into a relationship. You worry about losing yourself in a relationship. That's why a lot of relationships don't work out because they are scared that because of that relationship, possibly they are not happy. Possibly they lose themselves. So possibly your partner or you are emotionally unavailable. There are signs that you are emotionally unavailable. You withhold feelings, you don't express your feelings. You are naturally distrustful. You don't trust somebody. Even your husband, your boyfriend, girlfriend, you don't trust them. You keep on what? Distracting people around you. Okay, so you want to continue, even if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you still want to continue or date somebody. So you still want to hang out despite you already have a commitment with a person. So possibly those are the signs that we are or you are emotionally unavailable. But don't worry. Is it bad to be emotionally unavailable? Yes, no, it's not bad to be emotionally unavailable. Why it's not bad? Because it doesn't make you a bad person. Being emotionally unavailable doesn't make you a bad person. It only means that you need some personal development, that you need to work on with your life. You just need somebody to help you work out with your own life. It's a learning experience. So when you talk about emotionally unavailable, it's a learning experience. So according to Sproul, he said that if we don't accept that we are now experiencing unhealthy relationship, if we don't correct ourselves from engaging into an unhealthy relationship, it will just keep on repeating over and over again. With the same and different partners, it is just the same. So let's try to correct our unhealthy relationship. If you are the emotional unavailable, try to check yourself out. If your partner is emotionally unavailable, you also need to check it out. So if you are still emotionally unavailable, you will experience a very shallow relationship. When you talk about shallow relationship, shallow, it means it's not deep. It's just a hangout. It's just a friendly game. So that is the output. That is the output if you will not correct your emotional unavailability. So how to cope up with emotionally unavailable people? So how to cope up with them? Do a self-check first. Ask yourself why. Start a conversation. Do not be afraid. Start a conversation. Open up. Learn to open up. Reevaluate. Try to ask yourself, am I the emotionally unavailable one? Or is my partner is the one who is emotionally unavailable? There are 5 truths about emotionally unavailable people. They won't change with time. It's really hard for them to change because you want perfection. You want everything to be okay. So that's why if you are experiencing emotionally unavailability, you need to take action. Do not ignore this feeling. Do not ignore this instability of your emotion. So, they are so They are so focused on themselves. When you talk about emotionally unavailable person, they want to focus on themselves and nothing else. They just want you to be the second priority, but their first priority is themselves. Emotionally unavailable people, they see relationship as a comfort zone. So, you are my boyfriend now because you give me comfort. But later on, when things gets better, I will drop you off and I will go to another person. That's why they are more into comfort. As long as you give me the comfort that I needed, okay, I'll be with you. But when things gets better, if I am okay now, I will leave you. I will drop you off. So possibly that's the reason why the emotionally people or emotionally unavailable people, when you talk about relationship, it doesn't work out for them. So how to deal with emotionally unavailable people? How to deal with them? Simply recognize the sign, acceptance, ask help, seek professional help if you need to, because you need somebody. You need somebody to correct your emotional instability. It's not a one-time shop. When you talk about, I want to deal with my emotional instability, it's not a one-stop shop. It needs time. It needs space. Do re-evaluation about yourself. What is wrong with you? Is there something wrong with me? Or is my partner is experiencing emotional instability? So why do we need to understand emotional unavailable person or people? Because understanding emotional unavailability, you always find them in conflict with their partner. They are always in conflict. They don't accept failure. They don't accept rejection. They don't accept another person to come into their lives. And they don't accept the things that I did to you, which is it's painful or not. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care about your emotions. All I care about is myself. So we need to understand that. Don't you know that emotionally unavailable people are also experiencing anxiety and depression? They are also experiencing hardships. That's why as early as now, if you're experiencing emotional instability, you need to do something. Work on with your life. Ask yourself. Embrace yourself and let people come in. Don't be so scared. Let people come in and try to check yourself. Is this the right one or is not the right one? Try to assess yourself. So being into a relationship with someone who is emotional and unavailable is very frustrating and painful. Why it's frustrating? Take note. If your partner is emotionally unstable, you are unloved, unwanted, unheard, unseen. It means you don't exist and it hurts you. If your partner doesn't care about you, it hurts you. It's normal. If you want to have a healthy, intimate relationship, always consider emotional intimacy. And in order to achieve emotional intimacy, you need to have emotional connection. So how to start letting people in? Okay? You need to start to your most stable relationship, your family, your friends, your closest friends. And then try to change your thinking about a relationship. Spend time with a healthy couple so that you will get to know them, how to deal with their own relationship. And then later on, when you engage yourself to another relationship, you can do better. It's a matter of time. You can do it. It's a matter of time. Ask help, you can do it. Ask professional help if you need to address your emotional instability. How to let others in? Confront, accept, and be mindful of your own emotional unavailability. Do not expect perfection, but do not always retain your standards. But at times, as time passes by, we will experience a lot of failures, a lot of rejection. Don't expect perfection. Life isn't perfect at all. So let's do let's build let's take a look about ourselves. Let's assess ourselves. What's going on with us now? Let things happen naturally. It will happen as time passes by. Open up. Okay, thank you so much for listening again. So if you want to check all my presentations on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel every now and then so that you will be updated on the things that I will be presenting every now and then. So thank you so much for listening. I'll see you again next time, guys. Bye-bye.